Hi, I'm here with Daniel Puder. He's the $1 Million Tough Enough Champion from WWE. Hi Daniel, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. So Daniel, tell me, why'd you come back to MMA?
Well, Vince offered me a deal that didn't sound too good, so I decided to come back and beat people up again.
Okay.
It's enjoyable. I got a really good gym in Northern California, American Kickbox Academy. Love training there, and I love the sport. I started when I was 17, so I wanna get back into it.
And how was it working with Vince?
Vince was, Vince is Vince. You can't really explain Vince. You know, he screws everybody over, and that's it. It's his little world. Yeah, exactly. So it's his own thing.
So when's your next fight?
December 8th. I'm gonna be fighting at the HP Pavilion in San Jose for StrikeForce. So I'm gonna bash somebody else. I want to expand my businesses, my Knockout Girls, my magazine that I just released.
By the way, what is the name of your magazine?
It's Puder magazine.
Puder magazine.
It's a girl guy magazine.
Girl guy magazine, huh?
Yeah, it's not bad. So
something for everybody.
A little bit for everybody, because girls like what guys have to say, and guys like what girls have to say.
That's true. I'm a girl. I know.
That's good. That's good. So it's fun. Just working on some businesses, because after mixed martial arts, it's either a 9-to-5 job, bouncing job, or something like that, and I don't want to get stuck in that. So I want to be able to be profitable, run for governor, president of the United States, whatever, world. I don't care. Right? Yeah, exactly. So he's been successful. So.
Exactly. So you're discovering other avenues you can go to in the biz and still be doing MMA.
Correct. Yeah.
Nice. Who is the person you'd like to fight?
I want to fight Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt.
He just signed up with
TNA.
TNA, right? He was with
WWE.
WWE.
Kurt got into it a long time ago. He was Olympic champion.
Yeah, I've seen him wrestle.
We had a little run in SmackDown, and it was a real match. I key locked him. He didn't win or I didn't win. It was an amateur. It wasn't an amateur match, but it wasn't a pro wrestling match.
Where did this take place?
It was in SmackDown. It was
okay.
live.
Yeah.
It was actually tape delayed, but we filmed on Tuesday, aired on Thursday. And it was while I was doing Tough Enough. It was the third or fourth week.
Uh-huh.
So I raised my hand when he called me out, and before that, we ran sprints. We ate pasta and we ran sprints more. So he came out all fresh and happy and this and that. And then we had to do an up-down competition.
Explain what an up-down competition is.
You're standing straight up, you go to a push-up position, you do a push-up and you come back up.
Okay.
So he did that, or we did that. He was just standing there laughing his ass off. Same with Vince in the back. And then all of us got taken out except for I was doing it properly. I even got kicked out because they mixed up the two blonde guys at the end. So Vince knew that I was the only one that really did it right. He came up and he actually went over to the side of the ring and he called me up if I wanted to wrestle. I actually called everybody out, but I was the only one. Everybody else was like, "You're stupid. You're gonna get your ass whooped." Well, I went in there and I amateur wrestled him, and then the only rules they specified to me is I couldn't hit him, no striking.
Okay.
So I key locked him, got him to the ground. I was gonna snap his arm, and
was that in there? You couldn't hurt him either, though.
No, they never said I couldn't hurt him.
Okay.
They said the only thing the ref said was I can't strike.
Okay.
So I'm playing by the rules, and it's funny because about a week ago, Kurt did a press conference for Spike TV for TNA.
Right.
And he said I was the worst athlete. He said that I had no business being in the wrestling ring. He said that he could beat me in 40 seconds. He said he also could beat Chuck Liddell.
Oh my!
And
hear that, Chuck?
I'm back to MMA, and he's not giving any respect to mixed martial artists,
right.
Which I think is a load of crap because mixed martial artists would whoop his ass. He's an amateur wrestler.
I was going to say, would you ever see or expect him to be in an MMA event?
Well, he said he was going to do MMA.
Okay.
His big thing after he's done with WWE is he goes, I'm going to fight for MMA. He went and met with Dana White. I met with Dana White, and we were trying to put a fight together.
Right.
But the last second, he came out, surprisingly, on TNA TV, and I think some people are a little pissed off at him. I'm pissed because he said he wanted to fight me.
Right.
And, call me the worst athlete. Hey, he can do that. But I was the one that won Tough Enough.
Right.
I won every single competition. I key locked his ass in the middle of the ring on national television. To get to the top 8, we had to do different courses on the beach. And if you've ever run sprints on the beach, have you ever run sprints?
Oh, yeah.
Trying to do an obstacle course and carrying a 10-gallon container of gasoline across the beach, that sort of thing. I got the fastest time out of 60 guys.
Wow.
On top of that, then he goes and says he can beat me in 40 seconds. I already key locked his ass in about 25. So if he can beat me in 40 seconds, I want to see it. If he can beat Chuck, I'm not as high level ranked as Chuck, but he'd have to get through me to go to Chuck. Exactly. My deal is that Kurt Angle, he's an amateur. He's a done amateur wrestler. He's a pro wrestler, and he has no business being in the cage. No business. He has no business getting in the cage with me. I mean, he said he wanted to fight me. We were lining up to fight, and he said he was going to make $10 million in 8 years. That's what Dana White was going to pay him.
Doing MMA.
Or somebody. Maybe it was one of the Japanese companies. But Dana White wanted to offer him one fight, and I'm going to smash him in one fight. That's all I want. All I want with him is one fight. Then I'll go beat up Mike Tyson or somebody else. But I get a little pissed off when somebody comes into my world and tells me they can beat me in 40 seconds.
Right, exactly. So I guess proof would be in the cage.
In the cage.
So bring it on, Kurt, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so dealing with the $1 million Tough Enough, did you get paid your $1 million?
No, actually, Vince defrauded the world. It was a complete fraud. You can even ask Christy Hemme. They wanted to get the ratings up. I got $250,000 a year for a 4-year contract, guaranteed 1 year. At the end of the 1 year, I was not fired. What happened was they offered me a contract. I was getting paid $5,000 a week, which comes out to $250,000 a year.
Which was doing the wrestling.
Doing the wrestling. And then he offered me $750 a week. Well, I got a 4-year deal for $250,000 a year.
Right, exactly.
So he defrauded the public. He defrauded his fans that watched him. All he wanted was your ratings. Your rating, the kids' ratings, to watch some competition. There really wasn't $1 million competition. It was a $250,000 deal.
I see.
And he really didn't care if he was going to keep me on or let me go. Actually, right from the beginning, they sent me a release letter, and I caught it. And I go, what's this? And they go, oh, sorry, that was a mistake. And I go, a mistake for what? So from the beginning, after I won the competition, they automatically sent me a release letter.
Right.
Well, Vince can go screw himself, because now I'm going to beat his top fighter as soon as Kurt signs the contract. And now I'm going to become a bigger star than Vince ever would be. I mean, Vince is a chump. So, I don't know. It's all fun and games, but he can kiss my ass. I'd beat Triple H in the ring, in the cage. I'd love that. He's a big pro wrestling star. Come on, Triple H.
Yes, he is. Liked by lots of fans.
Oh, man. He's a goofball, too. That guy's a goober. But,
Oh, and what's this? Hurt Kurt.
I heard Kurt.
Is this your company?
No, it's just a t-shirt I made and showing Kurt that I whooped his ass. I don't know what else to say. Guy's a fraud. He's a fake. He has no business being in a cage. He has no business saying he wants to do MMA. You've been doing jiu-jitsu for how long?
12 years.
12 years? Kurt, she'd whoop your ass. I mean, gosh, dude. You're a puss. What are you going to do? But, that's it. I'm down in LA this weekend just doing some relaxing, some training, hanging out with you guys down at Machado's gym.
Yeah.
So, that's it. I appreciate it. You can go to grappletv.com and check out your latest and greatest fighters, along with the biggest badass chick in the world, and she can whoop any dude, even Kurt Angle.
Oh.
Thank you very much for coming today.
And your website?
This is Daniel Puder. Go to danielpuder.com to check out more updates on how I hurt Kurt.
Kurt, check it out. Thank you.
Thank you.